In the heart of the ancient Igbo village of Imues, where the palm trees swayed gently and the air was always alive with the rhythmic chants of the drum, there lived a woman named Adis. She was renowned not just for her beauty but for her sharp intellect and kind heart. Adis was married to Namdi, a prosperous young farmer who was deeply devoted to his wife. Their home was filled with laughter, love, and the rich aroma of traditional meals. But their happiness was marred by the presence of a second wife, Ifeoma, who was neither beautiful nor kind-hearted. Her arrival was met with suspicion and unease. Ifeoma came to the village with a reputation that preceded her. Rumors of her bitterness and jealousy were known to all, but the elders, bound by tradition, insisted that Namdi take her as his second wife to ensure the continuation of his lineage. Adis, despite her own misgivings, welcomed Ifeoma into her home with grace. She believed that kindness might soften the hardened heart of her co-wife. For a time, the two women coexisted in a fragile peace. Adis continued her role as the beloved first wife, tending to her garden and raising her children with love. Ifeoma, however, harbored a deep resentment. She envied Adis' position and the genuine affection Namdi held for her. It wasn't long before Ifeoma's bitterness turned into malevolence. She started by spreading small lies among the villagers, insinuating that Adis was neglectful and ungrateful. Slowly, the once warm community began to cast wary glances at Adis. Ifeoma's schemes didn't stop there. She would often take food from Adis' share, spoil the crops that Adis had nurtured with care, and even spread rumors about Adis' character to the local diviner, who was an influential figure in the village. Despite all this, Adis remained patient. Her belief in the goodness of people was unwavering, but even she could feel the tension growing. Namdi, though troubled by the growing discord, was oblivious to the extent of Ifeoma's manipulations. He trusted her as his wife and assumed she was merely struggling with the adjustment. One evening, during the full moon festival, a sacred celebration meant to unite the village and honor their ancestors, Ifeoma decided to make her most dangerous move. She secretly planted a cursed object in Adis' food preparation area. The object was a small, enchanted figurine designed to bring misfortune to anyone who touched it. The night of the festival arrived, and the village was alive with music and dancing. Adis, radiant in her traditional attire, prepared a special dish for Namdi and their guests. As she walked, she unknowingly touched the cursed figurine. The food, though seemingly delicious, had a hidden malice. When the feast began, villagers tasted the dish with great delight, but soon after, a wave of misfortune swept over them. Children fell ill, the crops seemed to wither overnight, and an uneasy silence replaced the joy of the festival. Whispers of sorcery and curses filled the air, and fingers began pointing at Adis. Namdi was heartbroken. His wife, whom he had always trusted, was now accused of bringing misfortune to their home. In his anger and confusion, he demanded an explanation. Adis, with tears streaming down her face, pleaded her innocence. Desperation drove her to seek the help of the village's most revered priestess, Uchechi. Uchechi, a wise woman known for her deep connection with the spirit world, agreed to investigate. She performed rituals and divinations, and it was not long before the truth was revealed. The cursed object was traced back to Ifeoma, who had been plotting in the shadows. The priestess exposed Ifeoma's treachery to the village. The revelation brought a storm of shame upon Ifeoma. Namdi, now seeing the truth, was filled with regret for his mistrust of Adis. He sought forgiveness from his first wife and vowed to make amends. The village elders, having witnessed the evidence of Ifeoma's wickedness, decreed that she must leave Imues and never return. Adis, though heartbroken by the ordeal, forgave Ifeoma. Her compassion and strength were praised by the villagers, and her reputation as a virtuous woman was restored. Namdi and Adis' relationship, tested by the shadows of envy and deceit, emerged stronger than ever. They rebuilt their lives with renewed hope and harmony, and the village of Umuse learned a valuable lesson about the destructive power of jealousy and the redemptive strength of truth and forgiveness. As the moon shone brightly over the peaceful village, Adi stood by the edge of their home, looking out at the tranquil night. Her heart, though scarred, was filled with a deep sense of peace, knowing that justice had been served and that love had triumphed over wickedness.